This wasn't the video that I wanted to make originally. I wanted to show off the projects and how I got it all done, but that was very lofty thinking considering the situation I'm in. Hi, I'm Josephine and you're watching The Versatile Housewife. I am not trying to be provocative with this. I'm going to overlay all the projects I've been up to recently, starting with the piano coming in. But we'll be going in and out of showing off the projects and me just talking. This is a level of video format that I will be doing for the foreseeable future. I don't know that that's the right term, but for the next couple months, I think, month or 2 months. I'm going to put a video link in the description to my other channel where I discuss what it is in case you're interested, but just very briefly, this video is going to be touching on when not to start a project, especially in terms of maintaining your mental sanity. As I've been learning, I had a form of prolapse surgery and I cannot do many hinge motion movements, and I can only be on my feet for about 2 hours before things just hurt. And as you'll see, I got a bunch of stuff from lounging around, air quotes. I got a bunch of stuff from lounging around and I wanted to put it up. Normally when I do an online order for anything that I need around the house, I'm pretty good about just immediately put it up, take the boxes out, get the trash out, pull it out, put it up. I can't do that right now. And so I got those things thinking that, well, because none of this stuff is going to be on the ground, the wall sconces go on the wall, the clothesline goes on the wall, the wax melt, I mean, that was easy. The wax melt was easy. The seashell cabinet hardware, you know, it's all up. It's all waist up, or maybe I can be careful on my 2-tier step stool and do those things. But my goodness, the level of care that I have to give, even just for climbing the step stool and then using my drill, there's a level of pressure there, especially when you're drilling directly into a stud with a cheap cordless drill, as opposed to, I don't know, maybe the nicer ones work better, but I definitely know that the wired drills are a good deal stronger than my corded one. And outside of that, I was so much on my A game about doing projects. And this has been very hard to not do that. So putting my little crystal lights, they make me happy, but you know what really stinks? Because I started those last night. I mean, putting little adhesive pieces on too, that was very easy, clearly. But I didn't get to enjoy it very much because I spent a lot of today, I did the morning, which was cloudy and morning. My house doesn't get the sunlight in the morning. I spent a lot of today having to rest in bed, rest in a chair, not out where I put those lights in my living room, my kitchen, and the laundry room. Could not really enjoy them. That stinks. Couldn't really enjoy just spending time around my kids. And there's nothing I can do about it. I just spent the whole day being frustrated. There's a plant as well. I'll show it real quick. I think you've seen in another video maybe. That was a different plant. And I brought this one in. The other one, well, by me, I mean my husband. But he moved the elephant ears out on the porch. I'm not really a good plant mom. Sorry, plants. But we moved some of the plants on the porch, and by that, I cried about it. And he went and did that for me. And I just cried to him. If I wasn't recovering from this, it would be about a good 5 minutes and it would all be done. Swapping which plants are where, moving things to the porch and the house from one room to another. So he went and did that for me, but it's been tough. So if you are recovering from something like a prolapse surgery, you have bed rest, you are very sick, might not be the best time to start projects, because the one thing about starting projects is that it makes a mess. And if you have a mess, it will hinder your ability to just take care of the regular homemaking things. Do you know what you can't do in a laundry room when you have little wood pieces, pressboard pieces, sawdust pieces, drywall dust all over your appliances. You can't take the clothes from the dryer and sit them on top of it for a moment. You're just gonna get all kinds of particles in them. Your freshly clean clothes. And although I am happy to now have the clothesline inside because for my delicates, what's the point if I literally can't even do the laundry now because I'm so put out? So sometimes some projects can just wait, or limiting the number of projects you do. And for some of us, we get super motivated and we are in the spirit of starting things and then we don't finish it. And I'm telling you, I've said this before, the dopamine hit you get from finishing a project is very good. But if you start a whole bunch of things simultaneously or as a group, like the fact that I got the clothesline, I got the adhesive hooks, I got the seashell cabinet hardware, and I got wall sconces and battery operated lights and a wax melt. Do you know the only thing that I am focused on right now is the fact that I didn't finish putting up the wall sconces. The only thing I'm focused on right now is that I didn't finish putting up the wall sconces. My laundry room looks fine. I've since cleaned it up. And I did get to see it with the light refracting off the little crystal prism. But it wasn't nearly as refreshing because all I could think of is, well, I hurt now. And my wall sconces are a mess. I have one up, but now I can't even fully appreciate it. And I got 2 lights sitting out, did battery lights, so that I didn't have to hardwire anything. It's really frustrating, and that's all I can think of. And it soured my mood because prior to this, I would have been able to get this done. And I definitely went into this with the mindset I previously had that, well, I could do that. So I'll be able to do that. I aim to put one screw into a stud and then the other use an anchor so that it's still mostly weight reliant on the stud, but then it at least stays level. And smashed all my anchors. I can't go to the hardware store. I'm still not like cleared to drive. And that's all I can think about. So something to keep in mind as a homemaker is to know your limits, and when you cannot physically do something, don't beat yourself up over it, and maybe don't start some projects. There might be things that you can do in preparation, and I can make a different video about that, how to make future homemaking easier on yourself when you are planning ahead for something like postpartum or recovering after surgery, especially now that I'm getting more experience from this. I will be making more videos that are simply related to quilts and crafts as of right now because I can't commit to things. There's a lot that I would like to do, but emotionally, I'm not going to be able to handle it. I can empty the dishwasher in the morning and fill it. I can empty the drain board in the morning and fill it. I can hand wash the dishes that cannot go into the dishwasher and put them away. It takes me a little longer because I cannot do a whole bunch of stacking to move. I have to do a single dish at a time when I'm putting things away. I can cook a meal at a time. I can go outside and I can sit in the hammock. I may not be able to do a walk. There are things that I can do to be present with my family and to still help out around the house. If my husband puts all the clothes out, it makes it a lot easier for me to fold. So I can run a load of laundry on my own. It takes me a lot longer to empty the hamper into the washing machine, and then a lot longer to move the clothes from the washing machine to the dryer because I have to be careful. And this is also where communicating and teamwork helps. When I ask my husband to start things for me and to then move things like clean clothes from the dryer onto the top of the bed so that I can like rest, or if he moves it onto a chair and I have the chair right here and I could fold, that makes it easier. But I need to be gentle with myself. I need to be kind to myself, and I need to be mindful going forwards that I can't be doing these projects. And I hate that for myself. I'm getting so tired. I like quilting, but I named this channel The Versatile Housewife because I go from thing to thing to thing, and this is rough. And if you are at all like that, it's a season. I'm not going to be in this condition forever. I'm going to heal because I already am. But sometimes the projects can wait, or the number of projects that get started needs to be reduced. It's tough. It's a part of life. Progress is progress. It's hard not to want to do the wall sconces because my kid literally broke the lampstand, but I could have waited. There's no lights in that room, but I've lived with that before. I lived with that for like 2 years before I finally put the lampstand in there. And very impulsively, now that I got used to having the light, I wanted lights, and I wanted them where kids couldn't reach them. Or I could have waited 2 days for my husband to start being able to put wall sconces up. I did not have to start that right now. So if you are going through a similar season, just know you're not alone. This wasn't the video that I was hoping to make. I wanted to show a video where I finished a lot of things, edit to add, and I am fully aware that this video turned into me complaining about wall sconces for like 10 minutes or more. But that didn't happen. I was hoping I was gonna get it all done, but my body caught up to me, and that's that. That being said, I'm gonna have more that I can do in the future. It gives me stuff to look forward to. I did patch up that section. It's just the mudding needs to fully cure, or the dry decks. I don't know what the proper terms are. I'm learning. And then my husband's gonna be the one to fix my mistakes on that. I got the one now. I got the one sconce up, but the rest have to go up too. There's 3 more. It's gonna be more crafts, quilts. I have a bouquet I'm working on that'll show off, and some Valentine's Day themed crafts. But as for cleaning and home projects, they might have to wait a little bit, or they will just be shorts. I hope that this was motivating. If you feel like you bit off more than you can chew in your own home projects, you are not alone. I will say I'm a much more realistic channel than an aspirational one, at least at the moment, maybe someday. But while I'm recovering, for sure not. I can't do that. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. I am going to get some rest, and it's just quilted stuff here on out, and maybe some other crafty things, but I'm going to take a break from the projects, at least for another week. Bye.